Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on this Friday, October 14th. Live from the campus of Appalachian State University, this is the Appalachian Weekly News. I'm Devin Stewart.
And I'm Leah Johnson.
The App State community gathered together in solidarity for women across Iran. Our correspondent Shannon Pendleton has more on the story.
In recent weeks, many protests have erupted in Iran following the death of 22-year-old Mahsa Amini. Amini was detained by the country's morality police after not fully complying with Iran's veiling laws. In wake of the protests, over 40 people have been killed, with numerous more being arrested and beaten by police. On Monday, professors and students from App State held a candlelight vigil in honor of Iranian women. Abbas Tassagori talks more about why this vigil is important.
This is a way of hopefully expressing the fact that we understand the pain of young women, women in general in Iran, and we understand the fact that they need to be free, they should be free, just like everybody everywhere else, and we are with them. It's a solidarity message. Hopefully they get it.
The movement happening in Iran hits close to home for many people. One App State professor, Sherry Nithbak, talks more about why she showed her support at the candlelight vigil.
I am an Iranian. I was born in Iran, and about half of my life I lived there. And one of the reasons that I migrated was the oppression, especially oppression of women and injustice. And this is really close to my heart.
Even though we are 6,000 miles away from Iran, there are things we can do to stand up with the movement. Nithbak talks about what we can do here to support Iranian women.
I think at this point, just being informed and spread the word and know why these things are happening, as well as valuing their rights here, that they can live their life that they're chosen, and they have the freedom of speech and act.
Receiving news from Iran is very difficult right now. The Iran authorities shut down the internet, cutting off ways of communication. There are a lot of hashtags in the name of Mahsa Amini, which you can get more information from. For the Appalachian Weekly News, I'm Shannon Pendleton.
It's that time of the semester. Midterms are here and students are stressed. But in light of these stressful times, the Student Recreation Center is holding a Mindful Minutes class. You can come out and de-stress before fall break with this quick meditation class. Meditation has many different health benefits, such as relieving stress, anxiety, and depression. The Mindful Minutes class will take place this Sunday in the Plemons Student Union from 6:30 to 6:45 p.m.
A dynamic presentation examining the evidence for God from science, philosophy, and history is coming to App State. God's Not Dead will feature two guest speakers next Thursday. Dr. Rice Brooks is the author of God's Not Dead and has spoken at universities in over 40 nations. Dr. Eric Hedden, author of Canceled Science, What Some Atheists Don't Want You to See, will join Dr. Brooks at the presentation. The event will take place at the I.G. Greer Auditorium on campus at 7:30 p.m. Following the presentation, there will be a question and answer session. The event is free and open to the public.
This month at App State, we celebrate Climate Justice Month, which is a time of recognition of the everlasting effects of climate change. Our reporter, Dylan Henson, spoke with a local nonprofit that is bringing awareness to this issue.
We are living in a time of uncertainty as the world continues to see rising temperatures and sea levels. Many people in the high country have not yet seen the real effects of climate change in their backyard, but many scientists and experts are warning that we may have not yet seen the real effects. This month at App State, we celebrate Climate Justice Month, which is a time of recognition of the impacts and effects of our climate and what we will do to build a greener and better future. I spoke with Dr. Matt Watson, Director of Programs at App Voices.
We're a nonprofit group that is working to protect the land, air, water, and communities of southern and central Appalachia, and we're based here in Boone.
Here in North Carolina, we might not see the effects of climate change every day, but evidence shows that increasing salinity levels can kill some types of trees found in swamps. Matt also tells us about a new historic bill that has been passed that will help combat climate change for generations to come.
For Climate Justice Month, I'd really encourage people to be looking at what just passed in the Inflation Reduction Act. That's actually the biggest climate bill that's ever passed in our lifetimes. And it creates unprecedented opportunities for communities like Boone to invest in locally, homegrown, local renewable energy and energy efficiency, and that's both creates jobs here locally in town, and it really is one of the best things we can do to address the climate crisis locally.
As time continues to move forward, it is important to recognize the impacts that climate change has had and will have in the future. But there is hope. As long as we stay into the greener future that we are headed, we have nothing to worry about. Let's work together to build a greener and more better Boone. Reporting for the Appalachian Weekly News, I'm Dylan Henson.
As we approach the third weekend of October, that means it's time for the 45th Annual Woolly Worm Festival in Banner Elk. Each year, people from across the region register their woolly worms in a series of races. The winning woolly worm is set to predict the upcoming winter. There are 13 body segments in a woolly worm and 13 weeks in the winter season. Each segment of the winning woolly worm corresponds to that week's weather. The fun kicks off tomorrow at 10 a.m. The festival will also feature crafts, food vendors, live entertainment, and much more. Tickets can be purchased online or in person. All proceeds from the event go back to the community to enhance schools, children's programs, and to promote business in Avery County.
Fall is here, and everyone wants to know what are the best festivities to celebrate the change of season. Well, our reporter, Yanya Nordello, has the answer.
Are you looking for something fun to do this fall season? Look no further than C&J's Pumpkin Patch and Corn Maze. C&J Pumpkin Patch is a family-owned farm located in Boone, North Carolina. Although they're known for their beautiful Christmas trees, during the fall season, they transform part of their land into a corn maze and pumpkin patch for everybody to enjoy. I was able to talk to the owner, Daniel, about their business.
My name is Daniel Brown. I was born and raised here in Boone. I'm 43 years old, have a family. My wife's name is Carrie Brown. I have a son, Braden Brown, a daughter, Kaylee Brown, and they all work with me on the farm. We've been farming since about 1980. That's whenever my dad started the Christmas tree farm, and I've been helping him ever since he started that. We have a corn maze, which runs day and night, and then we have blow-up castles for the kids, some hay mazes for the kids. We have a haunted trail at night, and we have a pumpkin patch where people come in and choose their own pumpkin and cut it. This is the second year doing the corn maze and pumpkin patch, so we're just getting started good with it.
With beautiful views of Howard's Knob and Grandfather Mountain, it is no surprise that C&J's has been widely successful with more than 1,000 visitors each season. They offer a wide variety of pumpkins and tasty treats for all the family to enjoy. They're open on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. For more information, visit their Facebook page. With Appalachian Weekly News, I'm Johnny Nordello.
Are you looking for a fun fall activity to do tomorrow? The annual Valley County Fair kicks off at 9 a.m. in Valley Cruces. Bring your appetite as there will be Brunswick stew, barbecue, and apple butter. Also, expect over 150 arts and crafts vendors. There will also be live bluegrass and country bands. And if you like to dance, there will be cloggers and square dancers performing. Admission is free, parking costs $10 per vehicle. The weather is looking great, so make sure to get outside and enjoy.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Don't forget to wear pink to show your support. This month, we are focusing on the importance of breast cancer screening and symptom awareness. If you would like to show your support for breast cancer awareness, you can donate to the Breast Cancer Awareness Foundation, share awareness online, or you can simply wear pink.
The month of October is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. During this time, we remember survivors of domestic violence. A local nonprofit, Oasis, is a safe haven for domestic or sexual violence survivors in the High Country. Oasis stands for Opposing Abuse with Services, Information, and Shelter. Oasis provides different resources such as support groups, legal counseling, shelter, and prevention services. Oasis would like to emphasize their message of not just a women's shelter, showing that their shelter and resources are available to everyone, not just women. We got the chance to speak to Sarah Crouch, Director of Community Programs at Oasis. She discussed Domestic Violence Awareness Month and what that means for Oasis.
We stand to end domestic and sexual violence in Watauga and Avery counties. We do that by serving survivors and providing community education, all in an effort to break the cycle of violence in our community. The awareness months allow us to shine a light on how frequent and rampant it is in our communities, while also offering some hope. So we want to talk about, hey, intimate partner violence affects everyone in some way. Intimate partner violence affects our local economy. It affects, people's grades. It affects a lot of different aspects. And we want our community to know that OASIS is here.
OASIS will be holding a vigil to honor survivors and those lost on October 25th at the Jones House, and all are welcome. OASIS always needs help, no matter how much. You can learn more about opportunities to give at oasisinc.org on the page Get Involved. If you or someone you know is in need of help, OASIS has a 24-hour crisis line at 828-262-5035.
Today is October 14th, the last day before fall break, but also it's the last day to register to vote. Our field reporter Holly Hodges has more information on voter registration for App State students.
Midterm elections are right around the corner on November 8th, which means that time is running out to register to vote. In North Carolina, several deadlines to register to vote fall on October 14th. At App State, organizations such as the College Democrats work to get students registered to vote. I got to speak with Stephen Leverton, the current president of College Democrats, to learn more about the importance of college students registering to vote.
It's your civic duty to vote, and while for some people it may not seem important, it is important. Abortion, climate change, even marijuana are all things that are on the ballot this year. If you want to have a say in that, please register to vote and please vote.
Jack Yorty is a member of the organization who spends his Thursday afternoons walking around Sanford Mall in an attempt to get students registered to vote. He says that on a given day, he can get anywhere from 5 to 15 students registered.
If you don't vote, you're not truly represented in government, and we have to make sure our society functions in a way that is good for everyone.
The process for voter registration is simple and can be done in a matter of minutes, as this App State student will tell you.
I just signed up to vote. I usually live in Union County, but I go to App, so this is in a different county. It took me no more than 2 minutes to register to vote. Everybody should do it. Thank you.
The Blue Ridge Ballroom, located on the second floor of the Student Union across from the Greenbrier Theater, is one of several voting sites that App State students have to choose from. Early voting begins October 20th and ends on November 5th. If you haven't registered to vote by October 14th, don't panic. You can still vote using same-day registration for one-stop voting. To learn more about voter registration or to search for voting sites, you can visit the State Board of Elections website at ncsbe.gov. For Appalachian Weekly News, I'm Holly Hodges.
The town of Boone has been enjoying their small break from the large crowds as our Mountaineers are off playing away games. And so I know I've been enjoying it. How about you?
Yeah, definitely less traffic here in the high country. Our sports anchor, Alex Urquiza, joins us now to tell us more about the away game last weekend. Alex?
App State football won at Texas State last Saturday, where they were being 36-24. The Mountaineers had a dreadful start to the match, being down 24-0 near the end the first half. Sophomore kicker Michael Hughes finally got on the Mountaineers scoreboard with a field goal in the final seconds of the second quarter. The Bobcats extended the lead to 30-3 in the third quarter with the biggest lead of the game. Senior tight end Henry Pearson got 2 touchdowns for the Mountaineers, but both touchdowns were responded with 2 field goals by the Bobcats, keeping their distance from App State in front of their 7th biggest home crowd of the program's history. The Mountaineers return to action this Wednesday against Georgia State at The Rock. Kickoff at 7:30 p.m., so make sure to layer up for our only night game of the semester. From one football to another, App State soccer program suffered a 2-0 defeat last Sunday against Georgia Southern at Statesboro, Georgia. The Eagles took a 2-goal lead in the first half and kept the Mountaineers shut out for the remainder of the game, giving App State their 4th straight defeat. However, it wasn't all doom and gloom for the Mountaineers as senior goalkeeper Carrie Eagleson completed her 320th save for App State, moving her to third all-time in saves for the program. The Mountaineers will attempt to end their losing streak tonight as they host Old Dominion at 6 p.m. at the Ted McElroy Soccer Complex. App State field hockey team secured a 3-2 victory over Bellarmine last Friday. The Mountaineers took a 2-goal lead with senior forward Sarah Farrell scoring both goals. The Knights made a comeback to send the game to double overtime with senior forward Charlotte Bozma scoring the winner in the 77th minute after coming back from injury just 2 weeks ago. The Mountaineers return to action tonight at 6 p.m. against Longwood to start off their 3-game week. App State volleyball beat Georgia State twice last weekend in their doubleheader in Atlanta. The Mountaineers beat the Panthers 3-2 on both Thursday and Friday. Sophomore outside hitter Lulu Ambrose had the most kills on Friday with a season-high 20. The Mountaineers are currently in Monroe, Louisiana, where they'll face the University of Louisiana Monroe in a doubleheader this weekend. Their first matchup is tonight at 6 p.m., and their final clash will be tomorrow at noon, with both games to be live on ESPN+. Now, if you're an App State football fan and a Carolina Panthers fan, then you are probably excited like I am over the Panthers' new head coach. App State alum Steve Wilkes was announced as the new interim head coach for the Panthers on Monday, following the Panthers' Week 5 loss against the 49ers. Wilkes played for the Mountaineers from 1987 to 1991 and then began coaching for App in 2001, working his way up into the NFL. Wilkes joined the Panthers coaching staff from 2012 to 2018 before heading to the Cardinals as head coach. The North Carolina is now back with the Panthers, where he aims to turn the season around after a 1-4 start. That's all I have for sports this week. Leah, Devin, back to you.
Thanks, Alex.
Students are preparing for fall break across campus. Our reporter Chloe Holland spoke to some students on Sanford Mall to see what their plans are for the upcoming break.
As midterms start to arrive for App State students, it seems as though fall break is also right around the corner. Today I'm here on Sanford Mall having the pleasure of speaking to many different students about what their plans are for fall break. Let's take a look.
For fall break, I'm headed back home. I'm going to be going to the Boy Scout camp to be with the Order of the Arrow. I also get to see my girlfriend, who we've been in a long-distance relationship now for 3 years. So going strong.
Going probably to a flat range, going shooting a little bit, and then maybe the next day I'm gonna go hiking on that Tuesday if we get some good weather, so let's see it.
My plans for fall break: eat, sleep, buy some hoodies, bruh. Snow hitting soon. No cap.
Working at the convenience store on top of Beach Mountain. The store is called Fresh General Mercantile. If you guys want to stop by, come and see us. We're a pretty cool store. We got a lot of stuff up there. The leaves are gorgeous. On top of a mountain, 5,500 feet up. I'll see my family. Hopefully they'll come and see me up there. So I'm excited for fall break. It's a nice little break, so I'm pretty excited.
Sadly, I'm not doing anything interesting for fall break. I'm working, obviously, as an RA, being on duty. But hopefully I can, catch up on sleep, because I've been going to sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Hi, my name is Michael Hughes. I'm here visiting the mountains for fall break.
And I'm here for fall break.
I'm seeing old friends, going to see some theater shows, and then going to the carnival.
I'm probably going to read a lot, spend a lot of time with my cat. I don't know what else yet. I don't plan much, but we'll see.
Well, it seems like we have a lot of exciting plans happening here during fall break. Whether you're staying in Boone or going out of town, we just wish that you have a safe weekend, and as always, have fun. For the Appalachian Weekly News, my name is Chloe Holland. Back to you.
Well, that's all we have for today. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of the Appalachian Weekly News.
We wish you a fun and relaxing fall break. I'm Devin Stewart.
And I'm Leah Johnson. We'll see you next time.